Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I do have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to the membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that is a little more spiritual, but I intend for it to be motivational and inspirational because I know you guys like this kind of videos. And the topic of this video is going to be what you desire desires you. Or you may have also heard it referred to as what you're seeking is also seeking you. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So I know that for a lot of you, especially those of you who are relatively new or very new to the manifesting journey, this may sound like a very strange concept, a concept that is almost unbelievable and quite incredible. And I know, at least for me, when I was first starting out, I used to look at these concepts as, okay, these coaches are trying to sugarcoat things for us. These coaches are trying to keep us motivated and they're trying to keep us going. And so they're telling us all this lovely stuff that may or may not be true, but it surely didn't feel like it was true at the time. And so I know that for many of you who are just starting out on this journey or who recently started out on this journey, this whole concept of what I desire also desires me, especially if the 3D is not showing it to you yet, might feel like something that is very out there, perhaps too good to be true, and so on. I can tell you guys that through the years of me implementing conscious manifesting, implementing those teachings, I have come to actually realize that all these things that in the beginning sound like platitudes or concepts that might be too good to be true or sugarcoating things are actually true and accurate and very, very real. Now, you do have to see them from more of a spiritual perspective. You cannot be looking at them from a 3D perspective because, of course, if you're looking at things from the 3D perspective, of course, you're going to be saying, okay, I desire this, but the 3D shows me the exact opposite. It's showing me that I don't have it. It's showing me that I cannot have it. It's showing me that there are a lot of circumstances or a lot of obstacles preventing me from having it. And so where do the two reconcile? How is it that what I desire also desires me when the 3D is not showing it to me? This is why I said that it needs to be seen from more of a spiritual perspective. But here's the good news. Once you're able to see it from more of a spiritual perspective and implement the teachings regardless, keeping that concept in mind, there will come a time when the 3D is going to show it and reflect it to you in various ways. Each one of you has their own desires. Each one of you has their own things that they're manifesting. So it's going to be dependent on your manifestation. It's going to be dependent on your individual 3D, how it is shown to you and how it gets reflected to you. But what I promise you is that it will be shown to you and it will be reflected to you. And so why is it then that what you desire desires you? What you're seeking is also seeking you. The answer, at least from the spiritual perspective, is quite simple, you guys. You are not separate from any of your desires. You have never been separate and you will never be separate from any of your desires, simply because these desires always come from you. They always come from your higher self. And you and your higher self are always connected, no exceptions, to everything and everyone in the universe, including every possibility, every potentiality, everything and anything that can ever be, even if it's not visible in your 3D reality right now. And so the reason you're seeking something, the reason you're desiring something is because it's already yours. It already belongs to you. The reason why you don't see it in the 3D is because simply you haven't accepted it as yours. You have not accepted that simple concept that by virtue of having the desire is yours. Because if it wasn't yours, if it didn't belong to you in the first place, you wouldn't have the desire for the realization and the materialization of whatever that desire might be. So what you're seeking is also seeking you is because you are essentially seeking a part of your own self, a part that already exists within yourself, seeing as yourself at your core as unconditioned consciousness, cannot be divided, is always whole and complete and is lacking nothing. And so what you're seeking already exists within yourself. It's been given to you as a desire by your higher self. Your higher self has already experienced that desire. It already knows that it is true for you, it belongs to you, it is meant for you. And as such, you are seeking, let's say, the reconciliation, quote unquote, with that part of yourself, that part of your consciousness, that part of you who is conscious and aware that your desire is already yours. That because you desire it, your desire also desires you, if that makes sense. Or said vice versa, you desire something because it's already and it's also desiring you. So in other words, your desire and the realization of your desires already exists within your consciousness. Your job as a conscious manifestor is to reach for it, to grant it to yourself, to accept it as yours. And once you do that, the 3D is also going to conform and it's also going to reflect that to you and show it to you, manifest it in the flesh as your own desire materialized and realized. So this is what we mean, you guys, when we say your desires also desire you. What you desire also desires you. What you're seeking is also seeking you, and so on. It's not just to sugarcoat things. It's not just to talk about some beautiful concepts. It's not to talk about something abstract, because I know it sounds quite abstract. But the implementation of it, once you implement it in practice, is going to show you that it is actually something very, very tangible that you can actually experience in your own 3D reality, in the flesh, and with your own senses. And so the only burden, the only roadblock, if you will, that exists is you standing in your own way and refusing to accept your desire as yours, refusing to accept that simple premise, that simple concept that my desire also desires me. What I desire also desires me. You are the only one standing in your own way, and your desire is pretty much waiting for you on the other side of your doubt, on the other side of your denial, on the other side of your resistance in giving it to yourself, granting it to yourself. So this is the takeaway from today's video. The sooner you come to terms with this concept, the sooner you accept it as true for yourself, the easier it's going to be for you, the smoother it's going to be for you, the more effortless it's going to be for you to consciously manifest any and all of your desires, no exceptions. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.